right. Well, I missed last week.
We missed you.
It's the first time I ever missed a podcast. Mm-hmm. It was a little weird feeling. I listened to like the first 10 minutes.
And then quit.
And then I did quit. I did.
Really? We had some funny one-liners after that. Oh.
Did you?
I don't know.
I started to listen to the interview. I was in my truck, and then I don't know. I don't know what happened. I'll finish the episode. Are you guys insulted that
I'm
A
very
little bit,
insulted,
yeah.
Are
But
you?
we missed you in the interview.
Well,
I feel like you're just good at those.
I'll tell you why I gave up. I received thousands of fan mail letters.
Thousands.
Saying, if you're not going to come back, we're done. So I'm back.
Oh.
Phew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything in the news?
Well, plenty.
Yeah, there is plenty. My favorite story of the week. Gigantic beach ball bounces its way across Wisconsin City, signed by residents.
That's your favorite.
It is.
Really? I would not have guessed that.
Oh, I liked this story. It's a probably like a 4-foot tall beach ball that they're just rolling down all of the streets in Stoughton.
How did that start?
I'm betting that
curious about
somebody just
that.
kicked it out of their garage.
Yeah.
And was like, let's see where this ends up.
That's pretty cool, though.
I thought
Andrew,
it was
any
cool.
more facts and details on this beach ball?
Well, there's not. I read this story looking for like why did this start? Is this a fundraiser of some kind or? But it's not. It's just somebody's beach ball floating down the street.
I do think somebody kicked that thing down the street, and it's just been kicked around the neighborhood. You know how like at a Packer game in the beach ball, somebody pops the beach ball and it just keeps going around the stadium?
Yep.
Same thing.
Well, that'd be cool if it like traveled north and just like kept going
It
across
should.
the state.
It should make it to different towns.
It totally should. See how far it can go.
Or somebody, something tells me that one won't survive. But like if you got a legitimate like heavy duty,
Maybe
beach
one
ball,
of those like rubber balls from Walmart that are in like the big cage thingy that they're a little bit more hardy.
like a kickball.
Yeah, something like that.
They said in this article that there has been some pops along the way, and people have, as they've gotten it, have blown it back up and fixed the holes.
Oh,
cool.
Nice.
I think it's going to be nothing but a giant like chest weighter patch by the time it reaches 3 Lakes.
Stoughton to 3 Lakes. That's a journey.
Yeah, it would be.
So the New Zealand mud snails were discovered in a Wisconsin stream.
That's
I
not
didn't know
is that a
New
baseball
Zealand-
team?
And you think Stoughton to 3 Lakes is a long journey?
That would be right. How did mud snails so like the time it would take a snail to travel from New Zealand to Wisconsin?
Yeah, 'cause they are not a fast animal.
No, they're not quick. I mean, like that's even a thing. You say like you're about as fast as a snail.
Yeah.
But the New Zealand mud snails made it all the way. Andy's quip about is that a baseball team?
The New Zealand mud snails.
That's an awesome.
Yes, it
that's
is.
an awesome name for a team. The New Zealand mud snails.
Well, hopefully a school like in the Madison region develops this as a mascot.
Oh, well, I don't think they're a positive thing.
I know.
believe they're an invasive
they
species.
They for sure are.
Add them to the list.
Yep.
Are they doing some damage or?
Well, yeah, that's why I put it on the agenda. Does anybody know what they do?
I read about it. It doesn't really say much of what they do, but I mean, I think any invasive species is a negative. I'm not surprised they showed up in the Yahara chain, though.
You know what's weird to me is like, so invasive species, I get that they weren't originally here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like if a mud snail is native to New Zealand, is it a problem in New Zealand too? Or is there something that exists in New Zealand that takes care of the mud snail problem?
That's a good question. I know a lot, like with some invasive species, exactly what you said is the case. Like purple loosestrife, very common aquatic invasive plant. There are bugs and stuff in certain areas that limit that.
That eat it?
Yeah.
Goats eat it?
Yeah, goats. We should just release goats for all of these.
Yeah,
I bet
I
you
think
they eat mud snails.
Goats love mud
They
snails.
love them. Yeah.
So you assume this thing came over on a boat or something?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
But even then,
I
so
know.
like one mud snail is like hanging on for dear life, coming from New Zealand, makes it to the States. Okay, it's like I made it.
Yeah.
How does he get into a Wisconsin stream then?
I
Don't know. Don't have the answer to that.
I would bet this is more of like a thing where people feed these to lizards or iguanas or fish,
You could very well be right
and
there.
they're bred or something, and that's how they got. Just like all those goldfish get released and grow to be like 10 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, what I know what does not eat New Zealand mud snails, and that's the mink.
Not anymore.
Nope. And I'm doing a follow-up. We've talked about mink a lot on this podcast.
We like
because,
mink.
Well, mink first got brought up because the little buggers were getting COVID.
Right.
and we had suggested they could wear masks.
Yep.
And I heard that the governor has started talking about making the mink wear masks again.
Good.
But the lowest population, where is this?
Yeah, 50
Wisconsin mink production hits 51-year low.
Yeah. Poor little dudes just aren't rebounding.
No. And now the Delta variant, I don't know how that's going to spread to the mink, but it can't be good.
They said that trade tensions with China, a slowdown in the fashion industry, and high inventories of pelts have all contributed to the decrease in exports.
So we're just not selling mink anymore.
Well, didn't we figure out what was China doing with the mink? Because they want them for their oil or something. They don't want their coats, right?
I don't remember.
I think we made the joke that they wanted their testicles as an aphrodisiac or something. I don't remember.
That sounds like
that sounds right. Yeah.
sounds like something you might have said once.
Tiny baby mink balls.
Yeah, the value of the state's mink pelt exports fell more than 103 million in
Jeez.
2018 to less than 37 million last year.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
And as Wisconsinites, we want to see that rebound because we're still number one, even though it sucks.
I would think everybody had to suffer
Yeah.
the mink
Yeah.
drought.
The mink drought of 2021. It's hitting hard.
So that was a follow-up story, and there was another story that caught my eye that I believe we talked about. There's that those two young kids who were killed in a campground back in 1976, and they had caught the guy.
Yeah.
We talked about that story. Did you see that he was convicted?
No.
Yeah.
No.
84-year-old man convicted on Tuesday.
Yeah, he was convicted. We had picked up that story.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
a couple
You're right.
months ago, and then I noticed that he was convicted. So I figured we would put that news out there that a guy who committed a double murder, almost 50 years ago,
Yeah.
40 some years ago, 40 what year is this? 2021.
Yeah.
So 45 years ago, convicted. So that's good
still
news.
incredible to me that we can do that. Like that.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
This dude's just like totally got away with it.
Yep. It's
Yeah,
been 50
isn't it-
years
Gotcha.
now. I'm in the clear now for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, and plus he's 80 some years old. Like,
Right.
what happens? What goes through your head when all of a sudden the police knock on your door?
I'd be curious to
some
think.
40 years later, you're like, wonder if my dog ran away. Or does
Yeah.
it immediately come
Yeah.
to your head like, oh,
Right. That's what I want to know. Like, has this dude actually
got
lived
me.
his whole life thinking like I could still get caught, or did he?
what
I mean,
would go
'cause
through your
you
head?
gotta see stories of other people in the same situation. Like these pop up, not just in Wisconsin, but you always see like,
Yeah, yeah.
well, the Golden State Killer.
Well, would you like
got caught
every
through the
time
same
you
way.
saw a cop
Yeah, oh,
for
yeah.
40 years, would you just be like, today's the day.
Yep.
Today's the day. I'm going to jail.
Yep. Get pulled over for a speeding ticket. I did it. Just,
Yeah.
it was me.
Yeah. Yeah. How'd you figure it out? Figure out what, sir?
I clocked you going 47 in a 35.
That's what I meant.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I would think that that's just got to be, if you've got a conscience, that would be something you live
Well,
with every day, wondering.
Andy, why don't you line
what's
up an
going
interview
on.
with this guy?
Andy, that would be a score.
See what he was thinking.
That would be a score.
If he knew it was coming, or
Okay, before he gets sentenced on the 26th, we
yeah,
should.
you've got time.
From snails to sales, Wisconsin newlywed couple left. Well, I think it was they're either from Racine or left the Racine area.
They're from Racine and left from that area.
On a
You're
boat.
both correct. Yep.
I'm on a boat, and they're sailing all the way to the East Coast through the Great Lakes. I hope they're not like that guy who bought the
I
boat
know.
on the East Coast and proceeded to sail to Florida and then just left the
it
boat.
there. Yeah.
Return home without saying anything.
If this newlywed husband returns home without his wife
Oh.
and the boat, I don't know what happened, because that was my prediction on that dude.
Yeah.
He left
Yeah.
someone else out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so how far have they made it?
That's a good question.
I'm not sure. Well, I know they said
I
that
think it said.
they just
Yeah.
got married. They don't have kids yet. They don't have a house yet. So now's the time. Now's the time they're going to get in their boat. and they're
That's
gonna
what I
travel.
was thinking back when I was 20. Now's the time.
I don't know how far they made it.
I thought it had said they were already through like Huron, Erie. Didn't it list the lakes they'd made it through already?
I just said they have plans to sail through Michigan, Huron, Erie, Canal
Oh,
to
so
reach
that's
New
a
York
plans
City.
to sail. I
Yeah.
misread that as that's where they had already like I thought they were like 2/3 of the way or 3/4 of the way.
They left on like July 17th, 18th, somewhere around there.
It says they are in Frankfurt, wherever the heck that is. And we'll
Kentucky.
continue north. Yes.
That's
After
so
a lot.
They went the wrong way.
Lost.
Honey, are you sure that map is right side up? Yes.
Crap! I just realized we don't know how to sail.
It's like that other dude. They put it in Apple Maps, and Apple Maps has them all messed up. Turn left. Make a U-turn when possible. Make a U-turn when possible.
Oh man.
Well, from a family sailing to a family that was reunited with its lost dog.
This is just one of those good heartfelt stories.
Yeah, they noticed it on the TV, on the news,
On the TV.
on the television, on the telly. But they noticed that dog has the same overbite or underbite as our dog.
The most adorable underbite.
It was so
stated.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what gave it away.
I think it's a different dog. I think it's like when you tell your kids that the dog didn't die and you go out and buy one that looks
a new
exactly the same.
goldfish. Yeah.
It's these people miss their dog so much that they're looking for any similarities. They see this
what do
dog
you
on
think-
TV. That's our dog. No, your dog is gone.
How do you explain the
This
underbite?
is a new dog.
How do you explain the underbite?
I've seen
they go
lots
up
of
and
dogs
punch it in
with
the face.
underbites.
And, yeah.
Have you?
Many.
No, you
Many.
not.
Hundreds.
There's
Hundreds.
There's just a glut of dogs with underbites.
Yep.
Facebook page for your pet with underbite.
Dogs with underbites Facebook page. Is there such a thing? Look and see if there is one. I want to know that.
Yeah, dude, can you log into Facebook?
Andy's kind of mad about this.
No.
You've never seen a dog with an. I don't know.
I
if
do.
know.
I have seen it. I one of my best
Show
friends.
me a picture of a dog with an underbite. I don't even know what it looks like.
One of my best friends from high school has a dog with an underbite.
Just walks around with a huge upper mouth.
I'm just disappointed in you that
Somebody
this is
show
such
me
a nice
picture
story.
of a dog
and
with an
you just-
underbite.
Yeah.
Hey, Andy got mad.
No, I didn't get mad. I'm just saying that's the story. You guys can say it's all nice and good for this family. I'm saying it's not the same dog.
Wow.
They're liars.
I'm bursting their bubble.
I think they're liars. They just wanted to feel good. They just wanted national attention by saying that was their dog. Nobody's finding me a picture of a dog with an underbite.
Well, that's on Andy. He's the
Okay,
one who
I'll be
has
right back.
apparently seen thousands. So
You're bringing me the actual. Andy's bringing me the actual photo of his friend's dog with an underbite.
I don't know why he's getting all weird about this.
I don't think he's getting weird about it. I just think I like how passionate he got about it. This is a lie.
I'm just
This is just a lie.
My
spreading
mind
the news.
never went there. My mind went to, oh, that's really cool. His just immediately.
Not the same dog.
Fake.
I was in the middle, actually. I actually was kind of on Andy's side, kind of in a feel good story, because I'm like,
all right. This is one of my best friend's dogs. His name is Bernie,
The dog or your friend?
and he's got a huge underbite. Okay, thank you.
let me see that.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
Is he going to be mad at us for laughing?
I don't know if he listens.
Okay.
What the hell? Now that dog, there is no mistaking. That if you lose that dog, I don't.
Tim got up and left.
I feel awful
Tim got up
laughing
and
at
left.
that dog. Nobody else can see the photo. We're gonna have to put that on Facebook or something.
Sure.
Get that thing
That's
some
the dog with
headgear.
the underbite that was lost. There's no mistaking. That's his dog. That's Bernie.
Is there not headgear for that little
That's
dude?
Bernie. Yeah, can't they fix that with braces?
I mean, it's adorable, but you have
Dog
to
braces.
laugh.
Take him to the dog orthodontist and get that fixed up. Jeez. That made me sad and laugh at the same time. I'm happy laughing. I'm sad
You
laughing.
know, some people might call that a shipwreck. And if you're
Yes, that is a shipwreck of an underbite. And there's two things going on with shipwrecks right now in Wisconsin.
You're trying to transition out of this, Tim?
You can explore the Wisconsin's Titanic connections in a museum exhibit. Where can you do that?
This sounds fun.
this is an Oshkosh.
Oshkosh, yeah.
And I think this is pretty cool. I really like history. And I do. I find these sort of these
I
things
like dogs with
fascinating.
underbites.
Start a Facebook group.
We are different people.
We should start a Facebook group and start it with that dog. I'm going back to the dogs with underbites because that was funny.
We're never coming
I don't
back
give
from
a-
this.
I don't give a crap about Wisconsin Titanic history. I want a dogs with underbites Facebook page, and we're starting it right now.
I bet there's a subreddit. Maybe we should get on that.
Oh my
Is there a
God.
subreddit of dogs with underbites?
Are there special food for them?
I bet they have to eat soft food. How do they chew?
No.
Like,
Other than his look, I would never know that this was any sort of a, there's nothing wrong, different or.
well,
There
right,
is?
obviously.
There is?
There's a subreddit for dogs with underbites. Is there photos?
Okay,
Is
now
there a Facebook group already?
I'm looking.
Tim's gonna go to Reddit.
No,
Okay,
I don't know
what's
how to
going on
Reddit.
with this Oshberg
Gosh.
Titanic?
Well, so over the years, researchers have connected the stories of 50 people in Wisconsin to the Titanic. And this, oh gosh.
It's a Facebook.
There is.
Look at all of them.
How many members are there?
It has 300 or no, it has 513 likes. It's just you can just like it.
So it's just pictures of dogs with underbites.
Yeah.
See how many of them there are?
And all the
To your point.
I rest my case.
and all the description says is look at them. Exclamation.
Well, that's all you need.
Look
Would
at
you
him.
look at it?
Would you just look at him?
All right. So
Sorry,
there's the
so
Titanic. thing.
Yeah, Titanic, the Wisconsin connection is at the Oshkosh Public Museum, and it details 20 passengers that were on board. I mean, they've connected him to people from Racine and Merrill and Fond du Lac.
Yep. There's a couple artifacts that were collected from the ocean floor from the Titanic, and one of them that I think is the coolest is a banknote from the Bank of Merrill.
Yeah,
What?
This is pretty cool. Look at that.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was on the Titanic, and now it's on display in Oshkosh.
Are you serious?
Yeah. How cool is that?
That's incredibly cool for many reasons because Merrill's considered the North.
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
That's
Just barely.
That's them on the
It's
border.
the Mason-Dixon
They're
line.
on the border.
Just barely made it.
Yep. They're they're both.
Yeah.
You could live in both the North and
Yeah,
the South
you
in
could.
Merrill. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
That is very cool.
Some of the history, it said a lot of people, there were, like Andy said, a few people on it from Wisconsin, but a lot of the passengers were actually
headed to Wisconsin.
headed to Wisconsin to settle.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Because we're awesome.
Yeah, we're awesome. Yeah, we're awesome. You know what else is awesome in Wisconsin?
What is that?
Some certain athletes in Madden. Well, actually, let's go backwards here. Some certain athletes at the Olympics. Andy, I'm going to let you take this one.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Can you give us an Olympic recap?
Olympic update. Oh, there's some recap and there's some update.
Recap
So,
and update.
We'll go through some of the people.
Wisconsin athletes in the Olympics currently.
Yep.
Tell us.
And well, speaking of, I mean, we've done some stories about some boat sailing through the Great Lakes and some Titanics and shipwrecks and mud snails. So we're big on the water, and we have a good representation in the sailing and rowing this year in Wisconsin.
Do tell.
Maddie Wanamaker from Neenah finished 7th in the women's 4 rowing.
Cool.
Okay.
Megan,
Her team did.
Yep, I think it's a group of
Yep,
4 that rowed
yep.
together. Yep. Megan Como from St. Croix Falls finished 10th in women's pair rowing, so that would be a tandem.
Yup.
Allie Rusher from West Bend finished 10th in women's quadruple sculls.
What's the difference between
A quadruple?
rowing and a scull? Is one smaller?
I don't know my rowing.
I thought they called a skull. I thought what they rowed in were skulls.
I don't know. You're
If
asking
only
the
we
wrong
had
person.
Google.
Yep.
Only we had Google.
I'm sorry. Preoccupied.
Quit looking at dogs with underbites.
Stephanie Roble from East Troy finished 11th in women's skiff, which again, I don't
Oh my goodness!
Look up women's
The
skiff.
amount
I
of
don't-
watercraft.
Yeah. And then getting out of the water, Maddie Bernot from Waterford. This is our best athlete we got here.
Now, someone from Waterford should have been more involved in the boating type of things.
No, she's a shooter. Shoots the guns.
Huh.
She finished 7th in solo trap shooting, and she won the bronze medal in mixed trap team. So her and
Nice.
another guy got the bronze
pretty cool.
in trap team mixed team trap
Have
shooting.
you guys been watching the Olympics at all?
As much as possible.
Yeah.
Did you notice the number of events that I did not know were even Olympic events?
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's like a BMX bike thing now where you go on one of those like almost like X game courses as part of the Olympics.
Did Eric just say something?
I think Karen did. Ping pong.
Oh,
Karen's.
ping pong.
Table
is-
tennis, yeah.
But that's always been an Olympic sport.
Yeah.
And then let's see. After we got the sailors and the shooters, we got some runners. So Molly Seidel from Heartland is going to run the marathon on August 7th on Saturday.
Okay.
Likewise, Alicia Munson from Amory, we mentioned her. She's going to run the 10K also on Saturday, August
Okay.
7th. And Kenny Bednarik from Rice Lake, he finished second in his semifinal heat of the 200-meter dash, so he made it to the finals.
And we talked about him
Nice.
earlier.
He made it to the finals in the men's 200, which is tomorrow. August 4th, Wednesday. And I think he might even be also on the 4x1 relay team, which runs the next day. So
well, thank you for the Olympic update. And since Karen's waiting in the wings,
we got to bring her in.
We got to bring her in before she goes Karen on us. So I went to Wanakee, Wisconsin, the Lone Girl Brewing Company. And does anyone know why I went to the Lone Girl Brewing Company?
Sausages.
Because we drank their sausage beer last week or 2 weeks ago.
Okay, did either of you listen to our Karen review from last week? Because it was a dandy. And
It was funny as heck.
Well, Karen wasn't here.
No, Kyle did it.
Yeah.
I better listen.
It was a fantastic
I totally
review.
caught him off guard.
What was the
and
review?
literally asked him to come down 20 seconds before he did, too, so he didn't get time to prepare.
Did he read it with the enthusiasm that our actual Karen
No,
does?
Karen would have crushed it. No offense, Kyle. He did a great job, but...
I got to listen now. I didn't know that happened. Well, the Lone Girl Brewing Company in Wanakee, Wisconsin has like 4.25 stars. Until this Karen walked in.
The venue is cool, but my mimosa was a huge glass of juice with just a splash of cava on ice. I watched them make it. My dad's beer was warm, and my husband's gin and soda water was flat. We asked them to remake the 2 cocktails, and round 2 wasn't any better. I spent $30 on these items. Don't picture going back.
Yup. What do you say? It's a brewery, but the beer was served warm. Yeah. So I guess you could fault them for that. I don't know. Is what it is.
Yeah, I guess.
I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Thin Lizzy, the hostess with the mostess at the Lone Girl Brewing Company. And then we're done with that.
Oh, okay.
So then back to Wisconsin athletes. There's a list that came out. Every former Wisconsin Badgers rating in EA Sports Madden 22. Can you guys bring this up and we'll do a little recap here?
There's quite a few of them.
There's a lot. Yeah.
Well, we'll just hit
Just
the
to
highlights.
say, the Watt brothers are
On
obviously
the top.
up there.
They're all in the 90s, weren't they?
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
even the fullback Watt brother a 90-something?
No, he was pretty low.
J.J. Watt was a 98. My opinion, too high.
I agree.
I agree. In his
'Cause
prime, sure.
In his prime, sure, yeah.
Because 99 is the max, is it not?
Yeah.
Yeah. His brother T.J. Watt was a 94, which I find actually fitting.
That's more accurate, yeah.
Yep.
You know what? Every time I hear T.J. Watt's name, I get pissed off because the Packers
I know.
skipped him.
Yep, I agree.
Gutekunst is a douchebag, obviously.
Right. Do we have to beep that?
Douchebag?
Yeah.
Well, now that we're saying it more often.
Okay. And then the last Watt brother, Derek Watt, got a 70. But he's new, right?
Derek is the fullback, right?
Yeah. He's just a boy.
Well, he's like third year, isn't he?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he is.
He's been around a couple of years, I think,
Gotcha.
at least, yeah.
Our Eagle River's own Kevin Zietler.
He had an 83.
He's an 83. He was at
cool.
one time the highest paid. He's a guard, I think, at his position. I don't know if he still is.
Yep. Well, then the next guy down on the list is somebody that I'm not familiar with, but he has a fantastic name, Rashad Wildgoose.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't remember him at all.
He's a 62.
Are his family the wild geese?
They sure should be.
They eat New Zealand snails.
Some other higher rated ones, Melvin Gordon.
Yep, figure he'd be up there.
85.
Well, Green Bay just drafted Cole Van Lennon. He's a rookie, right? But he's got a 58. That's the
So
guy
what
we
is
just
like
got.
a crappy Madden?
A
Like
58?
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's
Don't I see
first
like
year
a
is-
30 something? No. Oh no, that's Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah,
What is he,
Jonathan Taylor's an
83?
83. I was just going to go through some of the
So
higher
who's the
ones.
worst? Who's the worst Wisconsin athlete in Madden?
So far, the 58 is the lowest I'm seeing. But
70, 77, 63, 68, 78, 69, 63,
So there's not many players like in the 50s.
no.
63. Russell Wilson, 94.
No, yep.
What'd you say? You had a 50 what?
A 53? did
I got a
say?
58.
Okay.
So 53. Who was that?
Cole Van Lennon, the guy
Oh,
we
yeah.
just drafted this year.
Part of that's just 'cause
Well, he's a rookie.
right,
Yeah, he's got to show his Madden skills.
Yeah.
Yep. Next year he'll be in the, what do you think, 60s, 70s?
Oh, 73 at least.
73 at least. All right.
So I thought that was that was a good idea for a story. Whoever
Yeah.
did that,
It is.
it's taking something that really doesn't make any sense.
Well,
'cause it's
Wisconsin
a
takes a
video
lot
game,
of pride
but-
in that stuff.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool though, the way they had done that.
Agree.
So since we're talking about Wisconsin lists, how about where in Wisconsin real estate prices are rising and sinking the fastest?
There were some things that surprised me in this, and others that didn't.
The one that dropped surprised me because it was actually, let's start with that one. It was that county that Hayward is in. Is that Sawyer County?
Yes.
Sawyer County fell 2%, and I would expect
That was
a
one of the
county
ones
like
that surprised me as well.
to go up
They fell
because
4.6%.
oh, so almost 5% with Sawyer County, and that's I don't know that there's much. What's in Sawyer County besides Hayward? Is there much else over there? Is that maybe why?
no,
Is it
there's-
super rural? Like even
could be
more
why.
rural than?
Yeah.
It can't be more rural than like Vilas County though.
Yes, it is. I mean, your next biggest town, you're looking at like Winter, Wisconsin, and that's barely a town. There's
Wow.
no.
That
Andy's-
was
Andy's harsh.
extremely mean.
Okay, do you
What
know
other
any
cities do you hate in Wisconsin,
Here's some
Andy?
other here's some other towns in Sawyer County, and I want you to tell me if you know any of them. Sealy?
Yes,
No, stop it.
My family visits
I do
it.
know Winter though. I did know Winter.
Phipps?
No,
Chief Lake?
no,
New Post?
No.
Edgewater?
No.
Wooddale?
no,
Exland?
no.
Radisson?
Maybe.
Ojibwa?
That's a hotel.
Yes,
No, not the hotel. Ojibwa?
I think so. Are those on a highway? Because those
Those
sound
are on
familiar.
70. Yeah.
Okay,
so if
yeah.
you go on 70, you're gonna hit Loretta, Winter, Ojibwa, Radisson, Coudray. But it is mostly no man's land, and Hayward is like barely in the county. It's
So rank counties by population density from lowest to highest. Is that one? That one must be like
by
Why he's searching that? I was. Were you surprised by Oneida counties?
what was it up 2%?
It was up 1.3%.
Or what? Because you thought it should be up more.
I would have guessed it being up more
I would have too.
with
but,
Rhinelander, Minocqua, and
does,
that area.
Does like a Rhinelander? Rhinelander's probably far more stable and make it come in lower because
But
there's
like,
greater
what about
population.
Minocqua and the outskirts of Minocqua?
I don't know.
The Woodruff, Hazel. You know, I mean, that's. I feel like that would be.
It
I
did-
would have guessed
did-
it would have.
I would have thought it would have been higher too, honestly. But
Wisconsin population density by county. Your lowest is Iron County,
oh, that makes sense.
then Ashland, Bayfield,
Really?
Forest, Florence, Price, Dorr, Menominee, then Sawyer.
Where does Vilas fall?
They are. Let's see. I got them backwards,
That's all right.
so I'll
Just
flip them.
curious.
Hold on.
Yeah, me
So let's see. Vilas was 17 out of 72.
Where does Oneida fall?
Oneida was 23 out of 72.
And Sawyer was 10th,
Sawyer was 9th.
9th. Huh. Those when you started naming those, they all made sense.
Iron, Ashland, Bayfield.
Yeah.
It's just
well,
up there.
Bayfield and that, which I would have thought those. I didn't realize those were that.
Well, you're talking density, though. I mean,
Yeah, right.
they were just more spread out up there, I think. Well, it wasn't Bayfield wasn't the highest counties, or am I remembering that wrong? That you talked about.
I think it
Bayfield went
was.
up
Yeah,
41.6%.
So what? So why don't we go through the list quick of the notables anyway? So Bayfield was up 42%.
Pepin County was 57.
Where's Pepin?
It's on the western.
That's Indy.
It borders the Mississippi. It's over.
Oh, so that's like that whole.
It's like southwest
Buffalo
of like.
County. Well, Buffalo.
No, not.
So Pepin County's that Buffalo County area.
Well, it'd be like southwest of
Is
like.
Pepin County
oh
and
my
Buffalo
gosh.
County?
No,
Is Buffalo County and Pepin
County
County then?
doesn't even understand what I'm talking.
because you asked a question. I try to answer the question, but you interrupt me with ridiculous crap.
I'm so glad I'm back. Because I'm making a joke because I asked if another county was in another county and you didn't even.
He's just offended that you don't know where his llama farm is over there.
No, I'm not from Pepin County.
So name some cities in Pepin County.
Well, so Pepin County is like southwest of like Menominee, Eau Claire. Durand is one of the biggest.
Does it border Buffalo County?
It borders. I don't know where Buffalo
Dude,
County
you gotta
is.
lay off Buffalo County. He's
I
gonna
wanted
lose
him
it.
to. Oh my!
He's
He's
gonna
gonna
lose
lose
it.
shit on me.
What's
over
in Buffalo County?
A lot of big deer.
Yeah, it's known for its hunting.
Can you? I can't. Can you name me a town or city in
No,
Buffalo?
I can't. I can't name one.
Okay, Buffalo County, Wisconsin.
I think it borders Pepin.
It does. It looks
Thank
like it does.
Gosh.
Good lord.
That's why I asked if Buffalo County was in Pepin County. Or
Well,
vice versa.
Yeah, but you couldn't tell me where Buffalo County is. Is there anything in Buffalo
I
County?
said I bordered the Mississippi. That's how this all
Okay,
came up.
Yes. So, and Pepin County is very small.
I see that.
It's very small.
But
so
that
it
was the one
could
that was
fit
up
inside of
50%?
Buffalo County.
It
So-
sure could. Yep.
So let's say like there's only one house in Pepin County
Right.
and it's sold at a 60% increase.
There it
hence there's your statistic.
Yes. Yeah.
Is there anything else notable on there?
Oconto County was up about 40%.
Which is down in the Green Bay area, right?
Yep.
Yep. Richland County, about 30%. That's south central Wisconsin.
Green Lake County, 28%.
Which is south of Oshburg. Green Lake County?
That's where I used to hail from.
Oh, so that's my...
Green Lake is there.
In Green Lake County?
Well, yeah,
But you didn't live in
Princeton.
Green Lake. I thought you lived
I live in Princeton.
Oh.
That's Green Lake County.
You're a Princeton graduate?
No. I'm
Well,
a
you
Three Lakes
left.
graduate.
No, but you left Princeton. So you technically graduated from Princeton. I'm an idiot. Carry on.
Well, so of all the counties, only one county did not have an increase.
Well, they only listed one that didn't.
Well,
Because did they list all 70?
It listed the highest ones and it listed the lowest ones, and there's only one that was negative.
Okay, so it did list. So only one was negative.
Only one county in the whole state of Wisconsin was down in home sales and home
So
prices.
why did they list like Oneida County and?
Because that was still one of the
Sauk
lowest.
County?
It was one of the lowest increases.
Oh, so that was on. So they were listing that to show its low end.
Yep.
All right. I'm
Like
with you.
Oneida County only went up 1.3, where all these other counties went up.
40, 50.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like we're talking about this way too long.
Oh, for crying out loud! Somebody get something to eat.
We have some stuff that
Yeah,
a
we-
listener brought us that we haven't eaten yet.
Yeah, we have a.
We can't eat on the air anymore.
We have a can of quail eggs.
Oh, I like quail eggs. Are they pickled?
That's what I asked because I said I
like
wasn't
quail
afraid of
eggs.
them either.
Pickled
Well,
quail
grab
eggs
the
are good.
canned ones.
Pickled eggs are good.
They're right behind you, right? See them? Their nutritional label is facing.
And
you.
there's some other
Grab the one under it too.
There's
Grab
some
the one
other
under it.
jellied something or other.
So the quail eggs, does it say pickled or does it just say they're in water?
Just in brine.
So
See, I'm not
isn't-
about that. I
Yeah,
like
but
pickled eggs.
Brine is pickle. Brine is like a brine
Yeah,
is a
right.
Quail eggs, water, salt, bleaching agent,
Ooh.
acidity regulator, which is citric acid. That's it.
Pop those open once.
Nah, I don't have a
Yes.
can opener.
Oh, for crying out
Why
loud.
would I have a can opener?
How about we plan to do that next week and bring Eric back to take a little bit?
People said we can't eat,
No,
but
we're
I
not
want to
eating
taste
any.
We're not going to do a whole
eggs.
episode of eating, but we can talk while Eric tries those, and we point and laugh at him.
Now, these are Pigeon brand quail eggs. Not quail brand. Pigeon brand. They couldn't have gone with pigeon
What's
eggs.
that other one? It's like some type of jelly.
You think I can
Flip
read
it
that?
over.
No, there's a
Crying out loud.
Just wanted to be a jerk. Herbal gelatin jelly.
I think
oh,
that
it's gelatin jelly.
that has ground up mink balls in it.
It's Taiwanese style grass jelly.
It's grass jelly, yeah. And there's
Served
really like
chilled with maple syrup or honey.
there's like nothing in it. It's
literally nothing in it other than gelatin.
no, but
and
like
grass.
if you read the ingredients, yeah, it's like
What is in the ingredients? We're losing people right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, we're out of this. Nothing.
okay. Yep.
He's right.
See-
Well, before we lose everybody, where should they go this weekend, Andrew?
Well, there are many events happening. We'll highlight some of the big ones. The biggest, of course, is the Wisconsin State Fair,
Starting Thursday.
which starts August 5th. It runs for 10 days.
Did you see the act for tonight at the Wisconsin Valley Fair had to drop out because they were in contact with COVID?
Really?
Who was that?
Oh, why'd you do that to me?
Oh, sorry.
It was like some rinky-dink Wisconsin band that I recognized, and Vic Ferrari is their fill-in.
Oh, I did see that he was filling in. Yep, but I didn't see who they.
And speaking of COVID, did you see Josh Hader didn't
Yeah,
pitch
Brewers are
last?
dropping like flies now.
Yeah, and then they said that
Hader's got the vid.
Hader's
yeah,
got the vid
well,
now.
he was in contact, and
No,
then
he got the
Yelich.
vid.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
he tested positive.
Yeah.
And then Yelich was showing symptoms. They said
Yeah.
during last night's game, and he was not playing. So I don't know what happened there. So the Brewers, who are kicking ass right now, what happens if they all go down? Do they have to forfeit whatever games were on the schedule?
I think that's I mean, they've even said that about college football games coming up. Like, hey, just buckle up. You know, if you got to forfeit games, we're not rescheduling. We're not making a new schedule. Or if you got to forfeit, you got to forfeit.
Buckle up.
We're not. Yep.
That's a pisser.
There were a couple events that you added that I didn't know about. There's the Muskie Jamboree going on this weekend in
Boulder Junction Muskie Jamboree.
in Boulder Junction.
Yep.
There's the see, I'm not familiar with this either. The Jack Pine Savage.
I would
Days.
hope Tuck Pence plays there.
At Jack Pine Savage
Yeah.
Days. So
His
Jack,
most popular song.
the only
He has a song called Jack Pine Savage.
It's like the best song he sings.
I don't know. I'm not familiar.
Oh my god.
Well, I couldn't figure out. Sorry.
It's all right.
Wow, and you thought Andy got upset
What was his
about
name?
an underbite
Who's
dog.
the guy?
Tuck Pence.
Tuck Pence is like a local guitar player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the Jack Pine Savage? Maybe Andy can play a little piece of it once when he splices this. But so the only reason I picked that event is because I thought the name of it was so cool. Jack Pine Savage Days.
Yeah.
But read what happens at Jack Pine Savage Days.
Events include live music Friday and Saturday nights, arts and crafts fair, sidewalk sales, kids Savage Dash, sports tournaments, car show, outdoor show, pancake breakfast, and more.
Okay, it's lame. Jack Pine Savage
there isn't
Days,
one cool thing there.
Yeah, has nothing to do with neither Jack Pines nor being a savage.
Right. So what is a Jack Pine Savage? That's just
I believe like a
North-
Jack Pine's, like a lager.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, Jack Pine
Jack
Savage.
Pine Savages.
That's another great baseball team name.
Yeah, it is.
Like the Tomahawk Jack Pine Savages.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah, you're gonna. Yeah.
Well, as long as you're sticking up north, there's a nicely titled event in heading in Minocqua called the Afternoon Delight.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah, nice name. You can get yourself a brat
Oh, yes.
Oh.
at the Johnsonville Brat Days.
Is that in Sheboygan,
That
right?
is in Sheboygan. Yep.
And if you want to, you can grab that brat. Don't eat it.
ever
Head down
talk-
to Bear
Don't
Creek
ever talk
and
about
get.
grabbing a brat.
Well, you can grab that brat. Don't eat it and head down to Bear Creek and add some sauerkraut at the sauerkraut
The
festival.
Sauerkraut Festival in Bear Creek. Yep.
Didn't we talk about... Remember, we had a whole show about sauerkraut.
Yeah, we talked a lot about it.
Okay, sorry, I won't bring it
Well,
up
why
again.
don't you take any interest you have in sauerkraut, take it to Bear Creek, which is down between Clintonville and New London.
Is it? I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Little town. Yep. They got a population of about 450.
So I wonder why
Nice.
they started sauerkraut days. Do they have a tie to sauerkraut at all?
I don't know.
A
But
lot
they-
of cabbage farms down there?
Yeah,
There
it says
might be.
Or
ask
Big German Heritage or something.
Yeah, one or both, yeah.
ask for the sauerkraut cake is what it says here on the
Ask for.
ask for it.
Is that ASKFER, one
Yep,
word?
yep.
Ask for. Ask for the sauerkraut cake. I bet you that's a lot like carrot cake, but not as good.
Yeah.
If brats and kraut aren't your style, down
They
in Cambridge, then never mind.
Well, forget about Cambridge Rip Fest then.
Okay.
Because I'm more of a brat and kraut
Yep.
guy, but
But if you're not, if you want to skip that, you can go to the Rib Fest in Cambridge.
that's probably enough for events.
Oh, okay.
Unless no. Because there's a goat yoga. What's goat yoga?
Yeah, there's goat yoga in the town of Malone, which is on the other side
You
of
can
Lake
just
Winnebago.
use goats for everything now.
What is goat
Well,
yoga?
join us at LeClaire for goat yoga. Baby goats will be able to join you and your friends as you practice the art of yoga.
You just walk around.
Do the goats like?
I think you just you do your
mill with
yoga with
goats.
goats walking around you.
Are you doing yoga in a invasive species field while they take care of the population?
No, but just be
You should,
grateful
yeah.
that it's not like yoga with dogs, because they'd be like sniffing your butt and stuff like that.
Yeah, they would be.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so like goats just do their thing.
Yeah. It's a connection to animals and nature. It's the calmness and stress relief that you get from yoga and goats.
People pay for that? Because I know a lot of animals we could do this
Yeah,
with.
$20 a person.
Seriously.
I've said this before though. Like, there's something about goats. I saw this video of a goat that would just run around and knocking over other goats. Made me laugh.
I
wanted
know.
that
It was
goat.
like bouncing off of them. Yes,
knocking them over.
Yes.
I want a goat so bad.
Can we?
I
get
say
a-
we
can we
trade
get a
Eric
goat?
for a goat.
Yeah.
Don't you think? Because the goat wouldn't like fight us on eating stuff.
No,
They'll eat
no,
anything.
Yeah.
They probably Google better than Eric does at
We
this
should
point.
see how many hot dogs a goat can eat in 10 minutes.
Goat Googler. Oh yeah. Do goats eat meat?
I think they eat anything.
I don't know if they
They
eat meat.
They eat baby strollers at the zoo.
That's not meat.
I know, but I'm just
They
saying
could,
that. Like,
they could polish off what's in those cans and then polish off the cans.
yeah. They just eat.
Just eat it all. It's our own little recycling goat.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so there's a lot of things to do in Wisconsin this weekend.
There is, yep.
So with
was
that
fun.
said,
And you better do them before everything shuts down again.
That was fun.
yeah, we're almost there. I have the feeling we're almost back to quarantine.
Yeah. That was
Well-
fun. Glad you're back.
What are we gonna do if we have to? Are we gonna do the podcast from video deal if we all
Zoom?
go back into quarantine again?
Yep. No, I.
We're all vaxxed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so is Yelich and Hater.
So is who?
Yelich and
Yeah.
Hater.
Yeah.
Oh,
these
are
people,
they?
Yeah.
All these people are getting the vid now.
They all
like-
had the Johnson one. Those two did. Or I know Yelich did. I think the whole team.
How'd you find that out?
I just looked it up.
So did Yelich test positive too?
Yeah, Yelich tested positive and has symptoms.
He had symptoms last night and he hadn't tested him yet, is what the announcers were saying.
Well, what's super annoying is like you've heard about like these Olympic athletes that are qualified to go over there. They're one of the best athletes in the world, and they got sent home, couldn't compete because they had COVID. All the countries are having it, and I think that's just some of that's ridiculous.
So,
So no, this is confusing because 7 days ago there's a headline from the Journal Sentinel that says test positive for COVID, and then 12 hours ago it says undergoes testing. So I don't.
maybe it's
it's
a second
retest
test.
or
Maybe I
something.
misunderstood that last night then. Because they said something about he was showing symptoms and he was going to get tested, but maybe he had already been tested and was still showing symptoms.
Maybe. But he had the Johnson & Johnson vaccine,
So
one shot.
I'm surprised that, like, if you're sitting in a bullpen with all your fellow pitchers and, like, so how come they aren't all on the 10-day? Because that's how we're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
So the Brewers get to play by
I don't
different
know. Well,
rules.
I don't know,
they're
maybe it's
vaccinated.
changed.
I don't know.
The rules have also changed as
the
you
rules
go along.
change
yeah.
hourly.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll just see how it goes. Let's
Yeah.
hope we can still keep doing our podcast live.
Yep.
Well, good afternoon.
Good evening.
And good night.
Dun, 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 dun.
Or I could play the Jack Pine Savage song at the end.
good song.
You should.
Do we have the rights to that?
Probably get sued. No.
This guy's literally so drunk and about to die, he wouldn't notice the difference anyway.
Play it once. Is there a video? I want to hear if I know
Yeah,
it.
it's just walking down a boardwalk like the one we built.
It isn't. That's my house.
I know.
How did he get there?
This is just a classic Tuck Pen song.
Is he known anywhere outside of this area?
Wisconsin. Yeah, it goes down to like central part of the state stuff too.
On the south side of Adams.
Adams County.
Spent his whole youth in the flat, sandy
It's a
waste.
good song, dude.
In the sandburs neath the jack pine.
This is why he's only popular
like
here.
Cheap wine. Few were his pleasures, and poor were his tastes.
That's a hell of a video.
Let me see. Let's flip it around. I'll see it.
Now the day
walking
he
down that
turned
pier.
20, he
Boardwalk.
was thinking about
I hope he
plenty.
trips and
He
falls off
failed
into the weeds.
sophomore English 4 years in a row.
He failed sophomore.
Guitar goes one way, he
So
goes the
bought
other way.
him a 12
He
pack
gets
and
up,
he
brushes
never
himself
again
off.
looked back to the Jack Pines he staggered.
We should spoof like
Yeah.
this.
In a Jack Pine savage's life, where he don't need
He ran out of
much
boardwalk.
money and he don't
should have
need
started
no
further
wife.
back.
He's
Just
got
a little
chainsaw and a 56 Jeep. And if the
I'm gonna include this in the
walleyes
show
ain't
because this is
With a
funny.
chainsaw and a 56 Jeep.
Oh, he moved.
Whoa.
He's in the
There's
woods.
Jack
Pines.
Pines. He's younger too.
Yeah,
he is. Younger.
Age
backwards.
Is he sitting on a stump?
No.
Oh, he's standing
Little
on
legs.
Oh my gosh.
Then his pants don't fit.
Just for killing a tree. In a job.
Oh, no, he's on top of his truck. On the very top. On top of the roof.
Don't need no wife. He's got a
Don't need much money.
Okay.
And don't need no wife.
Jeep. And if the smallies ain't biting, he'd just as soon sleep.
That looks like it's a green screen or something.
Same boardwalk.
No, I don't think so.
He's just in the
Now
woods.
he's
He did fall in the woods.
He's in the swamp.
He did trip.
Wood ticks crawling all over him.
Fires up the saw to buy gas, bait, and beer. He eats what he kills, pays most of his bills. He don't think nothing about
See,
it.
this is
Just
good. I like the
barking
lyrics to this a
I know.
ton, but I don't like it as folk. Like, I think it would be an awesome country song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great song, though.
Where he don't need much money and he don't need no wife. He's got a
This would be a killer country
chainsaw
song.
and a 56 Jeep. And if the muskies ain't biting, he'd just as soon sleep. It's a Jack Pine savage's life. I don't need much money, hell, I don't need no wife.
I love the
This guy
lyrics.
It's not bad.
This
I
guy
love
would be
the
the best
lyrics.
interview.
This isn't bad.
He'd be hilarious. He's literally drunk all the time.
Really?
Yeah, like his, like he'd play him point and stuff. It's amazing he could sing because he couldn't stand. They drink high lifes and shots like they were going out of style.
Where's
I
he
wrote him
from?
on the board
Is
a
he
long
from
time ago.
Rhinelander? He's
Eagle
taking his
River
guitar.
area? Maybe?
No, I don't think so. Find out where he's from. He just
'Kay.
put his guitar in the swamp, though.
All right, we'll
did.
we'll try to get him for the next episode.
Find
He
out where
just played around here not long ago.
he plays at that one in Rhinelander all the time.
The guy is so old and like, it's amazing he can still even function. It's hard life.
Where is he from?
Minocqua.
Yeah.
Or that's where he lives right now. It just says Tuck Pines, Minocqua.
All right, I'm shutting it off.